Welcome to my new lecture, How to Develop a Project Business Case. So far, we have talked about the basics to project management like business definition, definition of a project, project management definition, and organizational structure. In organizational structure, in detail, we have talked about the functional organization, weak matrix organization, strong matrix organization, and projectized organization. All my previous lectures link are given in the description section of this video. Now you have the basic understanding in project management. Since we have to study 49 processes comprising in 10 knowledge areas, that is project scope management, integration management, time management, and other related knowledge areas, and 5 process group, that is initiating, planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. But it's impossible to directly explain these processes. That's why I spent some time and I uploaded some lectures to talk about the definition of a project, about project management, and some organizational structures and some other related topics. Now, from today, we are going to talk about and study processes of project management one by one. Let's talk about to start the project. What do you think? Projects are initiated directly without any study or research? The answer is no. Companies spend months and years to initiate the project to achieve strategic objectives and strategic goals of the company. To start any project, the first step to initiate a project is to compile a business case. So let's talk about the business case. According to PMI, business case is the approved business case or similar is the business document mostly commonly used to create the project charter. The business case describes the necessary information from a business standpoint to determine whether the expected outcomes of the project justify the required investment. It is commonly used for decision making by managers or executives above the project level. Typically, the business need and the cost benefit analysis are contained in the business case to justify and establish boundaries for the project. For example, market demand, organizational need, customer request, technological advance, legal requirement, and other things. There is defined business case for every project. Which of the possible projects or programs will provide the greatest benefit? You might even have a project selection committee in place to put all the data together on various project ideas. It is a document which is also called a justification document. Why your company cannot survive without this project or can't achieve strategic objectives. You have an idea for how you can improve your business. When you take your ideas forward, they say you need to submit a business case. So, how you will prepare a business case document? First section of the document is a problem statement. You need to solve a problem in order to get people's attention. It contains key problems or opportunities that this project will address. It contains summary of the problem including pinpoint the issue. A well-written problem statement gets your reader to say, wow, that's a big problem and we need to solve that. It's what motivates action and will lead to approval of your idea. Write in plain language. Remember, people from all different functions across the organization will be involved in the approval process. You need to make it very easy for them to understand what the problem is. After the problem statement section, you need to explain your idea. The idea section of your business case is heart of it. This describes how you will solve the problem and explain how your solution solves it, what it takes to implement your solution, and evidence for why your solution will work. You may also include other possible solutions and an assessment as to why you are recommending the one you have chosen. You will need to strike a balance between being easy to understand but having enough detail to support your idea. Choose a few key facts and analysis to support your case. A business case also contains economic models, that is payback, net present value, internal rate of return, payback period, and benefit cost ratio. So let's talk about in detail about the economic model. In present value means the value today of future cash flow and can be found using the following formula, whereas FV equals to future value, R is interest rate, and N is number of time period for the loan or the investment. For instance, what is the present value of rupees 300,000 received 3 years from now if we expect the internal rate to be 10%? So the answer is 225,394. Now let's talk about net present value. In finance, the net present value or net present worth applies to a series of cash flows occurring at different time. The present value of a cash flow depends on the internal interval of time between now and the cash flow. It also depends on the discount rate. So, you might be confused. So, let me explain through an example. In this table, I have created 4 columns. In this example, you are going to invest $20,500. So on 1st January 2016, you have invested $20,500. Now look at the amount column. This offers say at the end of December 2016 to 2018 you will receive 10,500, in next year 6,500, in last year 8,000 respectively, and total becomes $24,000. So on 1st January 2016 you have given $20,500 to someone for the investment, and after 3 years in total you are receiving $24,000. So you might say, wow, after 3 years I am going to earn $3,500, which is wrong. Since, for instance, your currency devalue every year 10% or plus minus, so you need to find its net present value. So 10,500 you will receive after 1 year. Fine. So what is the present value today, which you will receive after 1 year? To find the answer, just multiply amount with the discount column. You will get 9,545.55. Now repeat it for December 2017 and answer is 5,371, and do it for December 2018 and the result is 6,010. Still not clear? You have discount at 10% column. Look at this column. In December 2016, just multiply 0.9091 with 10,500, and in last column, that is NPV, you can find 9545.55 the result. In next row you can see 0.8264 in discount at 10%. You just multiply with the amount $6,500, you will get the answer in NPV column. In the last row, that is December 2018, you have 0.7513, just multiply it with 8,000 and it becomes 6,010. Now take a sum of it. Take a sum of NPV column 9,545.55 plus 5,371.6 plus 6,010.4 plus it becomes $20,927.55. So basically you are today the amount which you will receive after 3 years, today its worth is just $20,927.55. It means you are going to earn $427.55 in 3 years basically. So this is how we calculate net present value, and it is calculated in business case. You are not just supposed to take your money and spend somewhere without any scientific models. You have to work on it. You have to find its best methods and best solutions to invest your money somewhere. Next is, an organization has two projects to choose from. Project A will take 3 years to complete and has an NPV of $45,000. Project B will take 6 years to complete and has an NPV of $85,000. Which one is the better investment? So the answer is B, because NPV greater is $85,000. In option A you have $45,000. $45,000 is your profit, $85,000 is your profit. So any option which has the highest benefit or profit, obviously you will select that option. Now let's talk about payback method. Mr. A has the following investment proposals involving the same cash outflow of dollars 210,000 in each case as on 1st January 2010. In payback, remember, there is no calculation needed. We just focus on the recovery of our capital amount with some profit as early as possible. So option choice 1 has 6 years. You will receive, for example, you have invested $10,000 today, and you are going to get your money back in December 2010, in December 2011, in December 2012, December 2013, 14 and 15, and amount is written. In choice 2 you will get $49,000 each year in next 5 years. So obviously you will select this one because you are going to recover your capital amount, that is $10,000, and with some profit as well. So in payback period, always remember we consider number of years, and in NPV we do not consider number of years because those years has its own fraction rate. Like I'm coming back to this example, in discount at 10%, you basically multiply your benefits capital with your profit amounts with the discounted rate, the fraction column. In payback period, we do not have this thing. So the answer is choice 2. Another thing you will calculate in business, you may calculate in business case documents such as internal rate of return. To explain this concept, think of a bank account. You put money in a bank account and expect to get a return of 2%. You can think of a project in the same way. If a company has more than one project in which to invest, the company may look at the different projects' return and select the highest one. For example, you have two projects to choose from. Project A will give you 21% profit and project B will give you 15% profit. Which one would you prefer? Obviously, the highest one, because project A is giving you 21% profit on your investment. You might see another thing in your business case document, that is opportunity cost. This term refers to the opportunity given up by selecting one project over another. Question, for example, an organization has two projects to choose from, project A with an NPV of 45,000 or project B with an NPV of 85,000. What is the opportunity cost? Since you are going to pick option B, project B, that is $85,000. So which one you just rejected? So the rejected price was $45,000. So the answer is here 45,000. So another thing you might see is straight line depreciation and accelerated depreciation. The same amount of depreciation is taken each year. That is called straight line depreciation. And accelerated depreciation, this goes from the highest value to the lower value. You will also mention about resources in business case document. Obviously, to achieve your dream, you need resources. If your dream is big and you do not have resources, how can you achieve it? So you need to specify what resources are needed to implement your idea. Another very important thing to mention in your business case document is risk and opportunity section. The risk with negative impact is a threat, whereas a risk with a positive impact is an opportunity. So you need to mention risk involved in your business case and obviously opportunities as well. Another thing we also specify in project business case documents are milestones. Milestones are significant events within the project schedule. They are not working activities. For example, completed design, certain deliverable due dates from the customer or the company required checkpoint could be milestones. So milestone is a significant point, a name of a significant point which you will achieve. For instance, today I am going to complete my design. Later on, after 2 months, I will complete my prototypes and things like that. And obviously, we also talk about measuring results, how you will calculate the results when you will be performing your project. So this is all about business case document, and business case document is a prerequisite to project charter. Do not forget, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon.